Hi, everyone. Welcome to the second episode of the No One Cares podcast. We're here to talk about things that no one else cares about, like marketing, social media, news, pop culture, and pretty much anything online. We're your hosts, Alina, Alex, and Lexi, your chronically online besties. So how's everyone doing?
Spectacular. Fantastic.
Give me 14 of them. All right. So, I also wanted to give a chance to say thank you to everyone who watched our very first episode. That was really exciting. Yay. Also, shout out to Digital House for having us here and shooting this incredible episode. We have a lot of things to talk about, so we'll just dive right in. Nobody really cares except we do. Meta's trying to make that little AI bot happen. How much do we hate it?
I despise it more than I hate it. And I didn't even know that it was actually a thing that it would send you things to the DM. I just hated it when it was already in the search bar. The fact that you guys should elaborate on this, but that it sends you things in the DMs, I feel like it's going to be so annoying.
It literally, I have beef with this AI. I have personal beef with this AI. I'll be typing something and if for any reason my finger drags, it clicks on it and then sends me the most random information in my DM, and I'm like, first of all, bye. Yeah. Second of all, literally the most random information of the most handsome cricket player. I'm like, first of all, it's not even what I was looking up. Yeah. Second of all, what? Congratulations to this man, but what? Literally, Meta AI is so annoying.
If you go on Instagram, since Instagram is owned by Facebook, that is now called Meta, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's like X, Twitter. We're not going to call it Meta anymore. So Facebook, when you go into the search bar and you type in cricket and you accidentally press search, it'll DM you the randomest searches, and it's incredibly annoying. And yeah, it's awful. So basically, Facebook is trying to make it even more smart, which is its own conversation in and of itself. And it's going to also be developed now into 7 more languages and expanded out into other countries like Argentina, Chile, Colombia. We just want a chronological feed. We didn't ask for any of this.
Was this in beta for us only? Why do we have to be in beta? Why can't other countries be the guinea pigs?
I don't know, but we were the chosen ones, I guess.
No, it's literally the word. And whatever, if Meta wants to have an AI, have it somewhere else. Don't have it in the search bar where I'm just trying to look up other accounts and my friends and other things.
Yeah, and it's really annoying because let's say you search for it and it DMs you. So it'll DM you the results of whatever it is that you're looking for, accidental or not. And it just it'll talk to itself. And you're like, oh, I didn't ask for any of this. But thank you, I guess. Thank you to this man. I don't know. It's incredibly annoying. And I personally hate AI and all social media stuff. That's a personal take. I don't know. How do you guys feel?
I don't think that it should be mixed either. I think that there could be different applications of AI to social media, but I don't think that they should be conjoined in social media apps. I don't know if that makes sense.
What I do love is when Instagram calls people out and says made with AI, and you're ooh, you edited this picture, or
wait,
ooh, you're
how
shady.
Does that come out? Tell me. Where,
if
where
you
do you see that? If someone posts a picture?
Where the location is at the top, sometimes it'll be made with AI.
So in this AI, you can, which is why people are it could be harmful. Because I could type in me at the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge, and I'm still here recording this podcast. And it and if I wanted to post that picture, it'll flag it as this is AI.
I don't think we have the same AI because mine doesn't do that.
Play with it later.
Okay. That's your homework. Your first homework last week was to make a Twitter. Now it's to play with AI.
And she did it.
I get homework I did. I made a Twitter today for research purposes. Actually, I think I had made it in 2021. I wasn't aware of it because it was it logged me into it. Wasn't following anyone. And I just ended up looking up the memes on Google. So.
Okay. It's okay. We'll get there. Twitter has fallen a little bit, but it's okay.
I logged into one.
Woo! There you go. So now your next homework will be the Meta AI thing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, so I think this is where really the bulk of our entire episode is going to be, because I feel like we have a lot of thoughts on the Olympics. Are we on Olympics TikTok? Because I am.
Yes.
Fully on Olympics.
Yeah, my
TikTok.
life has been taken over by the Olympics.
More so than Tokyo. I feel like I didn't really care for the Tokyo ones. But now this one suddenly
I feel also Tokyo wasn't as fun because there was no audience. So there was no Snoop Dogg or the families or cheering. So everyone was yeah, go USA. But no one was there to be the personification of it.
Yeah, it wasn't that involved.
You see why we can't have AI? We need people in crowds. So let's talk about the opening ceremonies real quick. How sad was it that countries like Honduras has 4 athletes? and Eswatini has like 3. Belize had one. That one man.
I'm like sad for them, but
He
like
was
also
proud.
like he was so happy. Like that made his
for sure.
whole life. And like imagine knowing that like every single person in the country is rooting for you. Like in the US, like there's so many that like, okay, yeah, we're all like, go team, but like we're not rooting, like not everyone is rooting for the same specific person. Like
He has an entire country behind him. That's for
No,
sure.
literally.
that's like iconic, I fear.
I fear.
And I think you said that he's been there more than once, right? I think that's what you even found.
Maybe
know.
like I feel like I was listening while they talked when they went through the like when the boats went by. So like I feel like that's what they said, and if they're wrong, then NBC was wrong because that's where I got my facts.
Who knows? Fake news. And then you have a yacht of people like the U.S. and France with like almost 600 people. So that was exciting to see.
I really liked the opening ceremony. I feel like that's a hot take because everyone is shitting on it, but like I liked it.
I
Yeah,
was thoroughly entertained.
I didn't watch it, and I still haven't watched it, even though I said that I was going to. But I've seen a lot of people hating on it, but because it doesn't make sense to a lot of people. But one of you guys, I think it was you, Alina, you were saying that it was like their eras of like France going through like the revolution and
Yeah, France is in its Eras tour essentially from this
Yeah.
whole thing. So the way that
That's
it broke
cool.
down, if you didn't watch like the whole 5-hour thing, is that they explained different like segments of French culture, like dance was one, food, fashion. They had like a whole Louis Vuitton thing, which I thought was really cool. I think it was a little messy. The dancers were a little bit messy. I think the rain didn't help either. People were tripping and stuff.
Apparently, the dancers couldn't do their full routine because of the rain, which is like sad.
A little bit, but I feel like what we saw, and I say we, I feel like this is where TikTok is really helpful because I noticed it because people were pointing out, not because I actually saw it. I was like, ay, qué lindo, and that was it. And then people were like, look at this person falling, look at that person falling. I was like, oh, never mind, that was really chaotic. But I feel like they still weren't even that good from rewatching it on TikTok, I think.
I don't know if the rain really messed them up. Like I feel kind of bad, but like also like why did they also should have like accounted for possible rain. Like
Maybe.
like you've known the Olympics is gonna be here for so long. You know that rain is a possibility at an outdoor event. Like at least figure out how to dry the stage for the dancers.
I
Or
don't
do
know.
something.
I don't know, but you're right.
Have some rain protocol.
a rain.
They're not trained
protocol
like
is
Miami here, where
necessary.
everyone has like a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C.
I don't think Miami's trained for anything either.
No, unfortunately, I don't think Miami could handle
A
it.
little bit. At least like venues have like an indoor outdoor for the most part.
Yeah.
If it like rains outside, you stay inside. But I guess how do you take the opening ceremonies inside?
See,
I guess you don't.
I mean, normally they are inside. Like they're normally in an arena, but like this one just like wasn't accounted for like an indoor. This
to
one
be
was not an
different.
indoor activity.
I thought it was cool though. Like they really took us through France.
I also enjoyed it. Like
Yeah.
literally, the internet did not. But like again, I don't really care.
I
What
know.
people on the internet
It's okay.
say.
I love Paris.
We enjoyed it.
so slay.
We enjoyed it, but I think this brings up kind of like what we just talked about. You know, the idea like that these events, you see them on TV or you don't see them on TV. Because I keep seeing TikTok lives of people pointing the cameras to their TV screens. I'm like, wow, people don't really have cable, do they?
I don't have cable.
No, but like you could watch on Peacock.
Yeah,
For
exactly. Like you can watch on Peacock. There's other services.
You can watch on Peacock. You can also watch on YouTube. I know YouTube
Full
like
TV.
isn't live, but I know you can watch on YouTube. Also, I mean, I don't know. We have cable, and there's like 17 million different Olympic sports.
I know.
I literally watched badminton the other day. Like what? I don't know. It's kind of entertaining.
Yeah.
I saw a TikTok like meme about badminton. It wasn't really funny, but I don't know. That was. Eso fue lo que aporté a esta conversación, I guess.
That's what I gathered from it. That's funny. But yeah, let me see what else we got going on here. But yeah, do we think that because of like obviously the rise of like watching these things through social media, that perhaps, how do I rephrase this question? Because we're watching it so much through social media, and people are like are really going through, and anything in general, not just the Olympics, going through it like with a fine tooth comb, like these TV shows, like the Olympics. Do you think that makes things better or worse?
I think it makes it more entertaining because it points out things that I didn't ever notice before. And personally, I don't know about you guys, but especially when there's like Olympics things, there's a lot of sports going on, so you don't know which one to watch, or you're watching one and then you want to watch the next one. I like the TikToks because it gives me like the highlights or the funny moments or like the important moments of things that I missed because I was doing X, Y, or Z differently. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it on TikTok, especially because like you get to like see the athletes. Like if anything, like before you were just like, okay, like the women's rugby team, and now your girl always coming up on my For You page.
She's so funny.
Exactly. So like I feel
Ilana Mar, I think is saying her name correctly.
And you can see their personalities, which I also really like. That the athletes themselves are involved in TikTok or Instagram or all these different social media, kind of showing you like the behind the scenes of being at the Olympics and the Olympic Village.
Wait, like I'm so deep in Olympic TikTok that there's a swimmer. Damn, I'm gonna mess this up. Like I think he's from Finland, but like one of those countries. And he literally steals the chocolate muffins from the Olympic Village.
I saw this too.
And he has them in his drawer. And I'm like, wait, like you're kind of an icon.
I saw that.
I think you're just here for the chocolate muffins. What?
Well, did you hear about what's going on with the food over there? Deep in Olympics TikTok. Apparently, because Paris was trying to make the Olympics like very, very vegan, very green, the athletes are like, I'm hungry. Like, I need protein. And like people are having to like get it from outside of like the Olympic Village because there's like too many greens and like not enough protein.
Oh.
And AC, they're not giving people AC to be like very green.
Yeah, but the AC thing has been known.
Yeah.
That's why Team USA brought their own.
Yeah,
but apparently they asked for permission for it, and only like a few countries were granted it. Oh, I was like deep in it last night. I was like, what?
Wow.
Drama.
Damn, imagine being the best in the world and having to be hot when you sleep.
And hungry. I think that might be worse than the hot.
Yeah, because you're like doing all these exercises.
Yeah, your body has to like be performing. Like, hello.
Like, how is Simone Biles jumping 12 feet in the air and she hasn't had like a piece of
because they're not
steak?
staying in the Olympic Village. You thought. You really think Simone Biles is sleeping on those cardboard beds?
No.
She has her own pin, her own personal pin to trade. She's not going to be staying on those beds.
I hope so for her sake. Did you guys see though? I know we were texting about it earlier. Like the girls when they won gold, they were like, we need to do this TikTok. Like literally made my entire day. I was like, girl,
it was so cute.
It was so cute. It was Simone Biles and Suni Lee, and they like, and the camera was right on them, and they were like, we have to do the sound like with the metal on it, and Suni Lee was like, oh my god, yeah, like we have to do this. So it was like, I was like, wow, that's literally Alex, Lexi, and me.
Girlhood,
literally right there. We're all the same people.
Girlhood is. Let's make a TikTok.
So we're going to keep on talking about the Olympics. We're never going to shut up about the Olympics because so many sports are happening, so many athletes, so many little moments, and it's easy to have social media to help us out. So let's talk about Snoop Dogg and Flava Flav, the unofficial USA mascots of the Olympics for us this year.
I'm living for it.
who's Flava Flav?
Girl,
Who's
you
Flava
don't know who
Flav?
Flava Flav is?
I know Snoop Dogg. I love Snoop Dogg.
Okay, but like you don't know who he is? Like
No.
you... Okay.
Here, I'll pull up a picture while Lexi talks about
Well,
him.
give me like a resume. You know, like what would be on his resume?
I don't even know how to like explain who he is. Like he might be a rapper, and like that's where my lapse of judgment or like my lapse
Okay,
of
so
knowledge
Google
is.
says American rapper, but I know him from the TV show.
I was gonna say I know him from his reality show called Flavor of Love. Have you never heard of this?
No.
Is this foreign territory to you?
Very.
Okay. Flavor of Love was actually like the greatest TV show. I'm gonna change your homework assignment. You're gonna go home and watch.
You know this show without knowing that you know this show. Have you seen the meme that this lady's like, Beyonce? No?
Yes.
She's
The
a
one
participant
that
from
it's
show.
like, Beyonce!
No. No, you know exactly.
Hold on, I need to
Oh my
pull
gosh,
this
she
up
doesn't know
for
who
you.
Tiffany is. Oh my gosh.
You don't know who Tiffany Pollard is?
No.
I would
Yes,
let Gemma
yes, you
know.
do.
Oh my god.
I'm literally
Hold
going to
on.
get kicked off this podcast for not knowing anything.
Yes, no, but this is so
just
funny.
because you didn't grow up here. But anyway, I was like 8 years old when Flavor of Love came out, and it was like a dating show. And to be honest, I was 8 years old, and I should like not have been watching the show.
Yeah, I don't
But it
think I was
was
allowed
so
to watch the
funny,
show. Like I knew of
And
it.
we got gems
So
like
this is
Tiffany Pollard.
sitting on a bed waiting.
Okay.
You know this meme.
Yes.
Okay, she is from that show. They were, I think, kind of stemmed. Would you say that they like stemmed reality TV? Like this?
Yeah,
little
this
bit?
was like the beginning of reality TV, like
it
early
was
2000s.
ratchet,
Like
it
it
was
was ratchet. It
uncensored.
was
Like
wild.
Paris Hilton and
This was before Paris
This
Hilton.
was before. And
Paris. What is it I'm looking for? Flava Fav
walked so Paris could run.
Oh wow.
No, but like I would argue that Flavor of Love walked so that Love Island could run.
That's a bold statement
Kind
because
of.
I would say Are You the One walked so Love Island.
I've never watched
Could
Are You
run.
the One?
That's a spectacular show. They have everything. Like they have like a bungalow place where they go and they see if they're a match or not. They have a boom boom room. They have drama. They have alcohol. I don't know if they even still make seasons anymore, but it's better than Love Island. If anyone out there is watching and has watched Are You the One, please tell me that I'm not alone.
Well, anyway, it's okay. We'll keep teaching Alex about Flava Flav. But the reason why we're bringing him up is because he's sponsoring the USA Women's Water Polo team after finding out members of the team were quietly working multiple jobs to pay for training and competing even after winning 3 Olympic gold medals.
That's so nice.
Flavor of love.
Flavor of Love, for sure.
And Snoop Dogg's just cheering on everyone with like custom made shirts. It's cute.
Snoop Dogg is the best.
He's
He
literally
goes-
everywhere.
Yeah, he does everything. He's got like 5,000 side quests. What is your favorite Snoop Dogg side quest?
His friendship with Martha Stewart.
So I have a fun
His
story
cookbook.
about Snoop Dogg.
Oh.
We're gonna go on a side quest of our own. So Tortuga Music Festival always brings like one random like non-country artist, and I forgot. I think it might have been 2018. They brought Snoop Dogg, and obviously it's just like stark difference between all the country artists and Snoop Dogg. But everyone was like, because obviously it's Snoop Dogg. So we somehow get to the front, and he has like these like 4 poles on it. These like quasi strippers, I guess we can call them. You know, they're like in like the itty bitty whatever. They're like doing their thing on the poles. Snoop Dogg obviously brings out a blunt, like smokes half of it, throws it in our direction. So I could say, sorry, mom, that I've smoked from Snoop Dogg's blunt, and that was really, really fun.
Wow.
And then it was 5 of us up on the railing, and we were just like dancing, like having a good time. And he comes over, he goes, "You 5 white girls are having fun," and we're like, "Wow!" You know, obviously we're just there to have a good time. And then we were about like he even said, he's like, "Oh, stay here, like we'll take you backstage." And so all of us were like, "There's no way, like it's a Saturday morning." We're like, "What is happening? Like who cares about the festival? Like we have to meet him." And so we stayed afterwards, and he's like, "Oh, my manager's gonna come out." He leaves, and like eventually after like 20-30 minutes, the manager does come out, and he's like, "Oh, it's you 5," and we were like, "Yes." Behind us comes this like beautiful black woman, and she's like, "Hi," and the guy was like, "You 5? You're coming with me." So whoever you are, you stole our chances of hanging out with Snoop Dogg. Good for you, I guess, but
But the story is still a flex. You got to smoke out of Snoop Dogg's.
and you know everyone like wants to touch it, you know. But it was still really, really fun.
That's still kind of iconic.
Cool. I love him.
So that is my favorite side quest of his when he acted country for a singular day.
He's such a funny person.
No, like I love him and him carrying the Olympic torch. I was like, yes, go off, King. I love him.
He's just like so. It's like so random, but not at the same time. Like it does feel definitive to like American culture that Snoop Dogg is.
Yeah,
over there.
But also, like the memes of him are so good. Like the memes of him are everywhere. Just like him with someone's like face on a t-shirt.
yeah.
He's like,
and
or
every time
like
the camera,
cheering with Jordan's mom. I'm like, oh, love you.
every time the camera pans over, Snoop Dogg's in the bleachers like, woo!
See.
It's so random, but still so right at the same time. And we love that for you, Snoop. Snoopy Snoop. Lexi, you kind of mentioned it. The memes have begun. Did you guys see the Philippines swimmer? Diver.
Oh
That
yeah.
he messed up and flopped.
He slipped.
When you lied on your resume.
Yeah, really, really bad.
Damn. I lied on my resume. So that
About
literally would have
what?
been me. About knowing everything that I know now.
You don't know what Flavor Flav is, so you're fired.
Fact.
Also, speaking of all the memes, are you guys on the part of TikTok of people showcasing why they didn't make it to Paris?
No.
It's like the gymnast
Oh my
falling.
God, yes.
Oh yeah, I saw one.
That's fully my TikTok at the moment. All these people failing at gymnastics, and they hurt every single time I see them fall. But it's so funny.
I just like wouldn't embarrass myself on the internet like that, but like.
But you have.
Clocked.
I didn't mean to be mean. I meant like you posted a picture without your tooth, you know, like you owned it.
I never actually posted it. It still lives in my drafts. But like honestly, like it could come soon.
I think it should because
I think it should too. One
I
like and
literally
like she
just
posted.
outed her.
If like Invisalign or like anyone want to do a collab, like I will post.
You're
I will post a
toothless.
toothless picture. If like veneers want to do a collab, like sponsored post, maybe.
Well, I think now you should tell people what exactly it is if they're not like the inner workings of your group chats.
Okay, so my front tooth is fake because I fell off of a Lime scooter. I was, scooting away, and I turned a corner and I flew off. And as I was in midair, I covered my nose because I didn't want to break my nose and my front tooth.
So you went like this, but
Yes.
not.
And my front tooth hit the handlebar of a parked scooter, and there went my front tooth.
Oh.
Yikes.
Yeah, and then it was like a lot more complicated to get it fixed and all, but like, more of the story is do not get on Lime scooters. They're bad for your health.
So that's our hot take of the week. Last week was Pura Vida. This week it's Lime scooters. To tie this all pretty much back to social media. So essentially the Olympics are happening until August 10th. So how can you as a brand, kind of capitalize on all of this? Besides, you can make fun of the Philippine diver. Well, I feel bad saying that now, but you could use memes of all these little moments and whatnot. But I did take a few. Oh my God, what was I gonna say?
You took a few.
You could take a few of these pointers that we stole from Marketing Brew. It's a great newsletter if you are into marketing. So they said if you're a yoga clothing brand, talk about gymnastics. Obviously, a lot of these commercials, and I feel like Publix is really good at this, like make you really sentimental and like really like, oh yeah, I can also do the uneven bars with zero practice. If you're a luggage brand, bring sports into the scene of your creative. If you're a supplement brand, obviously anything that has to do with staying healthy. And if you sell swimsuits, well, that's pretty easy, and pretty much anything that has to do with summer.
However, if you sell bikinis, like please do not get on this bandwagon. Like real bathing suit brands that you use for swimming, yes, please. Like a bikini brand, please don't do it.
Wait, why not? I like bikinis.
Ma'am, because you think these girls are swimming in bikinis, they're swimming in special swimming bathing suits.
I know, but it's like
No.
a collab line, like, I don't know. I think it would be cute because then you're still getting your brand out there with people that, it doesn't necessarily need to be for the athletes, but it could be like, for example, for the families or for the friends or for anyone else.
Like imagine a girl wearing like a really cute bathing suit watching like the swim team or something. Like that's what I was envisioning for that. Like for regular people, because I know you swim, but like we're not gonna get like super hyper.
And they
tech.
can make really cute bathing suits. Like they can make like white or silver bathing suits with like. I personally don't like when they have the circles, like the metal circles, but they could make it work. I don't know. I'm not a designer or anything. But do like, there's 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and each a different color. I don't know. I thought that they could do something really cool. Like bathing suits could take it so much further than just bathing suits for the Olympics, I think.
You could like all of the entire opening ceremonies could have used a bathing suit.
They really could have, considering it was raining. I don't know. I just like if I saw like one of these TikTok bathing suit brands mooching off the Olympic swimmers, I'd be like, no. Like if it was like Jolene, like a brand that makes like fun bikinis and also makes swimming bathing suits, like I can see it.
Sure, that's fine.
But like, I don't know. Don't try to make fetch happen if you.
I'm an overconsumer, so I'm down for anyone doing a collab of anything all the time. Honestly, that's just more products for me to buy.
I just want to cry. Like I want to look at a commercial and be like, oh my God. Like I love watching like even during the games, like the parents crying or like the siblings crying. Like just make me cry and I will buy anything that you're selling me for real.
Valid.
Lexi, you want to talk about Logan Paul and the trouble that he's in with the U.S. Olympic Committee so we can round out all things Olympics?
Yeah, so basically he's getting sued by the Olympic Committee for using their trademark, and like, to be honest, it's like a little bit embarrassing because like, how do you have a multi-million-dollar brand, like a giant brand with I'm assuming a hefty legal team because Logan Paul likes to get himself in trouble, and like, you don't know that you can't use the Olympic trademark without being a partner of the Olympics? Like, I'm confused.
Yeah,
That's literally common sense.
I fear.
But like it's
Yeah.
not like I guess it's not like I can like again like we wouldn't make this mistake, but I could see how a small little group of just girls would be like, oh, maybe like we can say the Olympics without knowing that it's a trademark. But like if you have a legal team and a huge marketing team and all of this marketing budget, like it goes through a million eyes.
Yeah.
And it slipped all of these eyes. So honestly, I hope they sue him and I hope they got a lot of money out of it.
Yeah. So essentially, the Olympics are suing Logan, not the other one. Logan Paul for he has like an energy drink, and apparently he used the Olympics logo on it. Which again is like kind of common sense. Like it's the same with the Super Bowl.
It's
You
so
can't
common
say
sense.
the Super Bowl unless you're like Little Caesars or the NFL.
Or
You have to
just
say
imagine
like the big game. Yeah.
someone wanted to sell like water bottles and DIY water bottles, and they started putting Coca-Cola on the water bottles and start selling it. Obviously, they're gonna get sued. It doesn't matter how little or how big you are, or how much like legal knowledge you know about patent. I don't know even what the law is, but I feel like it's common knowledge. You know, like you don't use a logo or a brand's name that's especially so large on something that's yours, at least without even like letting them know or asking them. Siento que
I
eso es
repeat, they're a
lógico.
multi-million-dollar corporation or brand, and like he partners with like legit things. Like he's like the UFC drink or whatever. But like I fear that it's common sense.
Right,
and it's
but then if it
lacking.
is so common sense, you don't think that he's doing it on purpose
Well, he
for
has
this
to.
exact same reason?
Because especially someone in his position, it's
I mean,
like,
yeah, we'd never be talking about Prime
Otherwise,
otherwise. But I mean, I guess all press is good press. But like ultimately, this is gonna cost you financially. So are you saying that you just have this money to throw away?
I guess so. You just said
Yeah.
he's a multi-million.
Like, why not just put it
Dollar
in?
brand.
Give your marketing people more budget, and be creative. Like,
maybe the brand isn't doing that well and they had to get
Maybe.
attention somehow.
honestly, I don't think they're doing well because I went to Publix the other day and Messi literally knocked them off. It's like the exact same thing, and it's like
I saw that,
the
yeah.
branding is literally the same. Like it's just called a different name. I don't even know what it's actually called because I don't.
I
drink
forgot
that
what
stuff.
it's called.
But like, it's crazy that Messi is doing that. Maybe he's suing Messi, so that's why he can afford to get sued by the Olympics.
Let
But
me
I
see.
think Messi was like,
Oh,
they
it's
were
called
very
Mas.
careful. Yeah, and like
Mas by Messi.
the manufacturing of the label and the bottle, I think. Don't take my word for it because I got this information on a TikTok where I get all of my information. And the person dissecting it was saying that they did something like the bottle was, or the brand or something was different enough that he could not be sued.
Yeah.
I mean, I would assume that if Messi's putting his face behind anything, like his legal team
yeah.
thoroughly went through.
Yeah, so it says here that Messi launched Mas Plus, an energy and hydration drink in collaboration with White Claw's parent company. This move is seen as a direct challenge to Prime.
Have you guys tried Prime?
No.
Yes. It looks toxic to me. Like it literally looks like toxic waste in a bottle, but I've never seen the actual liquid. Just the branding or the bottle itself makes me feel like if I put that inside of my body, I will not be waking up tomorrow morning.
I like
Al revés, that you won't be falling asleep.
No, like I'm gonna fall asleep and I'm dead. I'm done. It's toxic. That's it.
I don't know.
I mean, their energy drinks have like an excessive amount of energy. I think he actually got sued for not disclosing how much caffeine was on them to begin with. But like the hydration ones, I don't think that the ingredients are like that bad. I've tried a few of them, but like I wouldn't go out of my way to get them.
Yeah.
Like if I'm thirsty and that's all there is, I would drink it, but I'm not buying it.
Yeah, I'm not really an energy drink girly, and if I am, it's because I'm like desperate. But
Coffee all the way.
I'm literally a cold brew kind of girly if I need the energy.
yeah,
Honestly, though, I do fucks with a Panera charged lemonade. I know that's so controversial.
Lexi's part of the people who sued Panera over that.
No, I was part of the people who would drink a large one and be like, "Oh my god, this is the best day of my life. I have so much energy."
From all the sugar, no? Yeah.
No,
it has so much caffeine.
It has almost
Yeah.
300 milligrams of caffeine.
It killed 2 people, the large ones, right? Or one person. Like they drank it and it was so much caffeine that they died.
They also had a pre-existing heart condition.
Pues sí, pero without
But-
Well,
the
they figured that one out.
like
They're
that
okay.
amount of caffeine, you know, that it wouldn't.
I literally used to drink it and be like, "Oh my god, this is the best day ever. I have so much energy."
No, that's crazy. Yeah, I think he's doing it on purpose. Sorry, guys. Like, he's not dumb. I think you know, to get to that level and have that many people around you, I think it's on purpose. I think it's a PR stunt.
Well, he comes off as dumb and stupid anyway, so whether
You don't
he's
think
doing it
that's an
on
act, though?
purpose or not on purpose,
it has to
neither
be
would
partly
surprise
an
me.
act.
Yeah.
I mean, Paris Hilton did it successfully, but you know,
Yeah,
this
but
idea that
also-
like, you know, you kind of have to put on this persona isn't new.
Oh yeah, but for sure for Paris Hilton, it must have been a lot easier because of the fact that she's a woman. There's so much like, not to get political or anything, internal misogyny that makes like people in general believe that women come off as more dumb or like fragile than men. So if he is actually smart and knows this and is coming off as stupid, he's working extra hard to do this because it's not as easy to fool the world if you're a man than it is if you're a woman.
It's okay. The comment section of this influencers in the Wild post were wild. I think the world is ready to move past the Paul brothers. Nothing will happen. For some reason, this dude is impervious to the law. Impervious. Love that.
That's a big word.
It's a big word.
Big ass
Is there anything
word.
more lame than caring about e-celeb drama?
E-celeb.
Honestly, I
He's
think
not even a celeb.
Oh,
He's not
like
even
the
a B,
letter.
like he's an e-celeb.
I didn't even know that class existed.
They just made it in the comment section right now.
Lol.
honestly, I think it's kind of entertaining.
Who else would be an E-class celebrity? Like people that aren't
Like
very
internet
known.
influencers.
So that would be Addison Rae,
I
like all the
wouldn't
people
even- I
on
don't even think
TikTok.
Addison Rae's like E. I would say like she's like C.
More.
She's like on the
I would
Kardashians
say
episode.
Addison Rae like moved up in the world
Yeah.
really quickly.
E-
She was,
okay,
like-
yes.
Yeah, and she's like friends with Charlie XCX. Like she's.
I would say everyone else. I don't know the lore of who's who in like those houses. I would say everyone else in that house
Okay.
is an E celeb.
Okay, so
But like you only know them if you like follow them, but not because they're like semi-household names. Like Addison Rae went to the Met Gala.
yeah.
Like whoever she hired as her manager did a really great job.
No, and I just said her because she was the first name that popped into my head, which also
You're on the
says a
right
lot
path.
because if I,
yeah,
first
but you're
person I
not
thought
wrong.
of.
Yeah, I think that's like solid e-celebs.
Okay. Awesome.
All right. And then last but not least, on the news that no one else cares about but us, Kamala Harris and her thirst traps on TikTok. I never thought I would say those two things together. But then I thought about Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky, so I guess sex and politics always works. But the
Oh,
TikToks
but they're
are
not
weird.
like actual. They're you scared
But, like, the
me
edits.
for a second.
The edits are weird.
I was like, Mamala's doing what? Ma'am?
Well, because I'm scrolling and I'm like, oh, like this is a fan. And then I realize
And
it's
it's
like
her.
from her.
I love that.
I love the Kamala HQ. Like I think that they're really funny. Those are my favorite. I like don't think those are thirst traps though. I haven't seen any thirst traps.
No, but like the edits of it.
The fan edits are actually my favorite. Like the fact that there's like 17 remixes of the "You Fell Out of a Coconut Tree."
Those are really funny.
They're my favorite thing ever. Like, I hope they keep coming, and like I just hope that when the election like is like deep in its like trenches, that we don't get inundated with like funny content, because like as great as it is, like this is like real life.
Yeah, and they are starting to do a good job without giving Kamala Harris like her own TikTok separate from the Kamala HQ one. So they're able to separate like the politics and the seriousness with the funny while still reaching an audience. And I hope that they continue in that path the closer that it gets to the elections, because I think there's a lot of elders in the world that might not like that she's being so trendy, just because elders seem to not like trendy things, period. Like that's what's trending for the elders, to not like the trendy things. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I get
because they
that.
don't get it.
I also think it is, how do I say it? It's like a little bit hypocritical, because aren't they trying to ban TikTok? So what are you doing on here?
I don't think she's gonna ban TikTok. I personally don't think she will sign the bill to ban TikTok.
Yeah, and I have opinions on TikTok.
I also
I don't think it should go anywhere. I'm just
I
saying,
don't
you
think
know.
TikTok will be banned.
The problem is that this is kind of a tangent now. That bit of like TikTok ban is in a much larger bill.
Yeah,
not like a
but
standalone
you can.
bill,
That's. I also don't think ByteDance is gonna sell their algorithm though.
I don't think so. Anyway, that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, I think separating like the professionalism of Kamala with the memeism I think it's a good start. I'm like curious to watch where it goes as the elections get closer.
Yeah, for sure. She definitely surprised everyone with her tan suit, so she might come out with like pulling out more wild cards like that for the election. Facts.
Anyway, moving on now from news to more pop culture. And again, I don't think anyone else cares about any of this except maybe Alex and I because we're still on the Love Island trip.
I still
So now
haven't finished Love Island.
Yeah. You know who wins, just move on. It's been done for like 2 weeks. But now that the Islanders are out of the villa and whatnot, they're doing all these podcasts left and right. Kendall just went on one with Nick Viall. Kaylor went on one with Nick Viall, and like 2 or 3 more went on with Alex Cooper. Do we like being fed this way? Well, like these like podcasts in general, not just like Love Island. I just took that as like an angle. But all these people get off these shows, and I feel like they don't know what to do, so they do all these podcasts.
As someone who loves a podcast and like is not on the Love Island train, like I'm just like ready for them to be done on my podcast so I can go back to listening to them. However, I do think, I don't know exactly how Love Island works, but like in a show, like a reality show like that, where you don't get a chance to like fully express yourself, I do think that sitting down and doing at least 1 or 2 podcasts like could be beneficial for like people to know like, okay, maybe like she wasn't crazy. This is just like what was going on. Or like maybe like he's not an asshole. This is like what was going on. And like I also think that people don't realize like how edited reality TV is. So they're like, oh, that person's crazy. But you're like, no, you saw like 5 sentences chopped up into one. So I do think that they should be like able to talk about it. But like 1 or 2, like please don't go on a million podcasts.
Yeah, but then why not just get like on Instagram or TikTok
Go live.
and do it yourself?
Because a lot of them don't have the platform. Like the podcast is giving you a platform.
Okay, so then Leah, for example, excuse me, who got out of the villa, grabbed her phone, was like, I have 1 million followers. And I find her less irritating than Alex Cooper, for example. To me, that felt like a downgrade for her. I was like, why are you going to call her daddy?
Because Call Her Daddy still has the audience.
And it's huge.
I guess.
Like, even though there are people that absolutely love Call Her Daddy and then people that don't really like Call Her Daddy, most people, if not every person in the world, knows what Call Her Daddy is. And their mothers and their grandmothers. Como que al final del día, it turns out to be a platform, whether you end up liking them or not. It's giving Leah a huge platform and audience that she probably doesn't even have, even if she has 1 million followers. Because it's her 1 million followers plus everyone else she's reaching through this Call Her Daddy.
Yeah, but like at least for me, like I'm not watching a podcast episode of somebody that I don't know. So like I wouldn't tune in. I would just wait for the next week.
Is anyone watching us? If they don't know any of us, like they still go on. For example, if we have anyone in the future, it's like no one really knows us, but it's still the platform that's being given,
True, but at least we're not annoying.
Yeah. Well, we hope. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know.
People
But
can have
like
their
at least
opinions.
people can listen in and like learn a thing or two, which is kind of what podcasts are really
Yeah.
for. Like I don't need Leah or Kendall rehashing what I already saw.
Oh,
in the
for
villa.
sure.
Like I think that's my point that I find so annoying. Like I don't need to listen to an hour of you telling me what I just saw on TV. Like I just binge watched it. Don't give me a recap. I find that
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of people do like the recap because a lot of people go to these podcasts for like show recaps. So
but that's different in my opinion. Like a show recap is different than me speaking with, like if let's say you just won Love Island, like this to me is valuable time. Why would I rehash the entire show again?
I don't know. Again, I haven't listened to a single one of these podcasts.
Yeah,
so I don't
go-
know.
I mean, you
Going
can
on-
plug in like any reality person. I'm just using that as an example
Like I
because they've
will
been on a
say, like when
podcast
I
frenzy.
finished watching Perfect Match, like I loved watching all these people go on podcasts because they were like, oh, like this was editing or like this was editing. So then you're like, okay, like this was happening in a vacuum, but like it also wasn't.
All these people need to go on a Peacock show and call it a day.
For sure.
I'm tired of seeing them on my podcast, on all these podcasts. So I don't know if you guys are on Ballerina Farms TikTok. I'm not, but Lexi is.
Girl,
Take it
I
away.
have a lot of thoughts.
Okay, give us some
like,
backstory for
For
anyone who
those of you
doesn't
who
know.
don't know, Ballerina Farms, her real name is Hannah, and she's a Mormon tradwife. Well, actually, she doesn't call herself a tradwife, but whatever. She has 8 children, and they live in Utah, her and her Mormon husband. And, like, I say that because I feel like the Mormonism is, like, a big, important part of their lives. However, the Times came out with this article, And hold on, I like need to pull up my notes because like I have a lot of thoughts. And like, first of all, like this girl has 9 million Instagram followers. Like she's clearly the breadwinner of this family. Like you may have a sustainable farm, but like your farm is not bringing in like money like Instagram or TikTok. Like I'm unfortunately.
Why not? That's food.
Yeah, but there's no way that that farm is producing as much as like you have 9 million Instagram followers. You can charge $1 million per brand collab. She has products that she sells.
Okay.
Like it's like a crazy empire. Like she's like, and like more power to her. Like go right ahead. And so my main thought is that her husband is a fucking freak. Like, and again, by all means, if you want to be married to a fucking freak, like go off, queen. But there's a lot to say with like how they met. Like the how they met is like what kills me. So his dad was the founder of JetBlue. He asked her out at a basketball game, and then she was like, "Oh no, like it's fine, don't want to date you." And then he found out that she was flying back to New York, and he got on the same flight, seat next to her, because he pulled strings with his dad, and then they were married a month later.
The married a month later is crazy.
The stalking.
No, like that's literally like a stalker. Like, I don't know. I don't think that it's like cute or funny to like have a man be like that wildly into you to the point where it's creepy.
Yeah, like there's a difference between if he wanted to, he would, and
also
becoming
like
your stalker.
in the article, like she says she's like I listened to the podcast because I wanted to like hear the tone of her voice, and she's like, oh yeah, like I just wanted to date for a few months, like till I finished at Juilliard, and like he insisted on getting married. Like, I'm sorry, like you gave up your career from Juilliard to marry a man? What? And like, and not only marry a man, like you had a baby before you even left your career at Juilliard, so like your career was already tainted. Not like tainted, because she did go on to be a ballerina, but like girl.
Paused. Her career got paused.
Yeah, like your career was never gonna be the same, and like I understand like there's sacrifice, like not that like I'm a mom, but there is sacrifices in being a mom, but like it's fucking weird. Like it's also really fucking weird that they're pretending like, oh, this like traditional lifestyle where I don't work. Ma'am, you know you have a team coming into film content. You're not filming this high quality fucking content with a baby on your arm. Like you might not have childcare, but you definitely have like a content team. Like there's people behind this. There's a social strategy. Like it's not just you and your little iPhone. And that's where I think it's kind of flawed. I also like my biggest takeaway. This woman birthed 8 children. 8.
That hurts.
And all she wanted for her birthday was to go to Greece. And you know what her bitch ass husband got her? No. An egg apron.
What?
A fucking egg apron. I said, ma'am, like, and like, it's also really fucked because like I have a feeling that like she's not being like abused. Like people on the internet are like taking it out of context. They're like, oh my God, she's an abused housewife. Yeah,
that's
like,
the side that I got it on. I was like, whoa, this is weird.
I personally don't think that she's being abused, but like she's definitely trapped there. Like there's definitely like either a ironclad prenup that if they get divorced, he gets the kids and he gets everything. Like she's definitely trapped in some sort of like financial, monetary, like the church is holding marriage over you. Like it's definitely weird, but like she's so popular now. Like I feel like if she posted an Instagram and was like, hey, like I need the best divorce attorney ever, like the internet would mobilize to help her.
Yeah.
So I just really think that, like, first of all, like, the reporter was, like, a little weird. Like, the reporter came in and, like, had an agenda of, like, wanting to be, like, she's an oppressed housewife, which, like, I don't think is the case, but I also, like, think there's some weird shit going on there.
Yeah, I scrolled through it, and I saw Claudia from The Toast post about it, that she was, like, getting hate for her comments, and I was like, what is this? And then I saw the lore was, like, too deep, and I was like, I don't have time for this. So thank you for that recap.
You're welcome. I did my homework.
Yeah, I can't believe you got an egg apron.
That's like,
not
for
even
me,
a cute
takeaway.
one.
Like the biggest fucking takeaway is that like all she wanted to do was go to Greece. Like you have and if you don't want to leave your children, your fucking father is the founder of JetBlue. Your wife has 9 million Instagram followers. Like do a little paid collab, pay for a private jet, take a nanny with you to Greece, let your wife go to fucking Greece. She can be a mom in Greece, but like let her go on fucking vacation.
Like, do Mormons let you do that? I don't know. I'm not
What?
Mormon.
Go on vacation?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not Mormon, but Mormons report back. Like, can you go on vacation?
Mormons
I don't
report
know.
back.
Because I mean, all I know about Mormonism is what I know from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and unfortunately, like that is where my knowledge like ends. But I really hope they were able to go on vacation.
You know, I hope so too. Maybe she'll take the egg apron with her. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna round this out rather quickly. Did you guys hear that Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina Carpenter might have a song together?
I need it.
I really hope it's true.
Like the two largest, arguably the largest artists on TikTok,
I really, really hope it's true.
and they solve it out in the
Both
remix.
of those women are literally my two moods. Like, it's sadness and manic. There's no in between. And I absolutely love them. I think we all need, for our personal sanity, a collab between Sabrina Carpenter and Olivia Rodrigo.
I think it would do great things for feminism. Like, imagine, like they hated each other over a mediocre man. They wrote songs about each other.
Who is now gay?
What?
Yeah, you guys didn't know that? He's gay.
Excuse me?
Yes.
All this for what?
For
Oh
nothing.
my god! Honestly, he existed
Are you
because
hungry
their pop
for nothing?
careers needed to. No, he existed because he needed to break their hearts, and their pop star careers needed to pop off. That was his
Yes.
purpose in this.
Karmic
life.
But that was it.
relationships.
Yeah.
Karmic
But anyway, like I
relationships.
think it would do great things for feminism. You bond over like a man doing you dirty. There's nothing like it.
You don't think they've already like bonded? I don't know.
In secret, I don't think they've done it publicly.
That's what I mean.
And
yeah.
I think that there's a lot of influence there to do it publicly. Like it would be so great. It would be so massive for both of them.
Yeah, I mean, they're right now arguably like really high up in their careers, so maybe they'll wait for a second to die down and then do that, and then you gotta think a little bit smart about it. It's not just I feel like it, but right, but you start with the rumblings, and get people talking about it.
Yeah.
Then maybe after the Eras tour is over and Sabrina can finally sleep, maybe then they do it.
Oh my god, I forgot that she's on the.
Oh,
Eras.
same.
There's also like
I think she's on the European.
there's also like some crazy wild like Swiftie theories. Like I really don't even know how I know this. That like
It's because
Olivia-
Lexi's a Swiftie. She just won't say it.
okay, like whatever. There was like some Olivia Rodrigo Taylor like
Beef.
Beef.
Kind of.
situation that I again don't like. I know that it's there, but I don't know the ins and outs of it. So like again,
Yeah.
if the Swifties want to report back, like I'll gladly listen.
I got you.
But yeah, like that should be interesting.
Yeah, because the whole thing is that Olivia's favorite artist was always Taylor, and then they had like professional beef, something about monetary reasons, or I think like Olivia used something of Taylor's, or Taylor's a businesswoman at the end of the day, and I think she did something to like block Olivia's like #1 record, or it was like something professional. They didn't like each other anymore, and then she chose Sabrina, who with Joshua. You know, like just a lot of lore in that.
I just hope everyone's having fun.
I hope they
Yeah.
are. Well, actually, maybe Sabrina is or isn't. She just broke up with the Saltburn dude. In the most iconic way, by the way.
The TikTok that she was using her "Please, Please, Please" song. That's crazy. That's literally crazy. Like writing a song about someone, having him come out in your freaking music video, and then when you break up with him, you use your song that everyone's using.
The pop girlies are so back.
I physically can't. I wish I had that power.
Pop music is literally thriving right now.
I know, and I love it. But she was always like too pretty for him. He was so.
I didn't find him hot in Saltburn, but in the music video, Yep.
He could walk into this room right now, and I would have no idea who he was.
Look
No,
at him
he
in the
was fine.
Sabrina Carpenter music video, because there he looks really hot, and everything else that he's come out, which I don't know what else he has come out in other than Saltburn, he doesn't look very good.
It's that like when they walked the Met Gala together, he just looked. Yeah.
I don't
And she looks like
remember.
a Polly Pocket princess.
Sí,
You
literal.
know,
Imagine walking the red carpet at the Met Gala with a man and then breaking up with him.
iconic. I fear. Okay, we're gonna do. Okay, so no one cares about this except we did ask people their hot takes and their questions, and we did get one. So next week includes yours as well. Sarah Lee, who's our incredible graphic designer, did have a really hot take. She said, "No more social media apps. The ones we have now need improvement," and I wholeheartedly agree.
Same.
Yeah, they for sure need improvement. I also think observing that every, I don't know, 5 to 8 years, there is a new form of social media that kind of takes over naturally. I think the human, not to get psychological or anything on anyone, but like human people are getting bored a lot faster of apps than they were before. Because Facebook, I mean, it's been around for a minute, pero siento que Facebook, I literally had a Facebook when I was like 10 and still have it today. And then Instagram also, but then Snapchat, for example, I stopped using it. So I think it goes into a cycle. Instagram I use a lot less, and Facebook I don't ever use other than for like an album. So yes, I agree that they should have less new apps and more betterment, but I also think that it's part of the natural cycle of human like social media-ness.
I will say, I think the best story ever is Be Real. They came in, everyone got popular. They sold it for millions of thousands and billions of dollars, and they said, adios.
Even
Like, that's goals.
Like, even like look at Threads. Like they tried to make Threads happen, and what they
And
had
they still are.
They had the biggest amount of or like people signing up in the first day, and then now no one ever uses it.
Yeah, they just need to like they need to be like Pinterest. Just stay in your lane. It's nice over there.
Pinterest
Just
is the OG.
quédate ahí.
Yeah, like keep doing what you're good at. Like maybe put my feed back in chronological order. Meta.
I need
Maybe
Instagram.
like don't show me people in my feed that I don't follow, and like I'll use.
I hate the little notes thing that you can do now on posts.
Ugh.
I still don't understand that.
Essentially, Instagram now lets you like add a note, like which is separate from a comment because a comment will live there, but this note is like I think it lives here for like 3 days. But now if like let's say I add a note to like Alex's post, Lexi, who may not follow Alex, now sees it, which is
I follow
annoying.
you, don't worry.
Yeah.
But it's just annoying, and I absolutely hate it.
Yeah, I don't think that was
Apparently youngins are
necessary.
using it,
I don't know.
I'm gonna make hats that say "Make Instagram Messy Again," and they're gonna be bright pink because what I need Instagram to do is we need to start a movement for them to bring back
The activities page.
Activities page. Going on there and snooping and catching people red-handed, seeing people do things that they didn't know people were watching them do was honestly my favorite hobby, and I feel like I can speak for everyone here that everyone wants it back.
You
So,
know what would
I agree.
also eat is if they brought back like when you go into someone's following, it used to be like who they followed in chronological order. So like if they followed someone new, it would come up at the top.
Kind of like Snapchat. Snapchat was also very messy.
The three best friends.
If Snapchat brought back who you could see in their best friends, oof, that would be so fucking funny.
The panic when like the guy you had a crush on would be on your best friends list and you would text all your friends to be like, Snapchat me, so no one can see that he's on my best friends list, Snapchat me. And then you get like spam Snapchatting people back and forth just to get him off.
Or people would get caught doing shady shit.
It was a
Yeah.
rush.
I have one hot take that if your nails aren't painted, and I can say it because mine are not, if your nails aren't painted, they should not be in your food videos.
No, they shouldn't.
I agree. That's why my hands are never in the food videos.
Yeah. Because if you're grabbing a slice and like a crummy thumb is the first thing you see, disgusting. That's my hot take for the day.
¿Por qué te reí de mi
That's why
uña?
my nails are always done.
No,
It's
me
part of my
too.
job.
Literally, I'm just letting them breathe for the summer. But like, I'm like, who has their nails done? I'm not putting my hands in the videos. But anyway. And so for our last segment of the day, we're going to do a very quick hit or miss. Hit or miss, Elon Musk.
Miss. And I will not be elaborating.
Okay, so I personally don't like Elon Musk, but my dad loves him. And my dad loving something, I love when my dad loves something. So I'm going to say hit in honor of Marcos Pierson.
Okay, I'm going to say, I feel like 50-50, mostly miss than hit. And that's about it. Hit or miss, Logan Paul.
Miss.
Miss. Seltzers, miss.
Hit when they're tequila seltzers.
No, I hate them all. Hey is pretty good, but that's it.
No, I have like a list of my top, and like those are the Fresca seltzers.
It's that I end up getting bloated, and I'm not even drunk.
So froth out the carbonation with a handheld frother. It's a game changer.
And add an extra shot, and that'll make
No,
you drunk.
yeah, claro, but that's not the point. Like if I'm going to the beach with seltzers, I don't want to bring I want to bring the seltzers or like whatever.
Okay, you should try Mom Waters because they're not.
You said you were gonna bring them today.
I know, I forgot.
Next episode.
And there's little
then.
bottles. I don't know what they're called. but I'll search them up later. They're like little bottles that are like gin, and I think there's vodka, and those really get you drunk. And there's like
the
4 of
Buzz
them. No.
No.
Girl.
But
that's
don't get
not
me
seltzer, it's
started.
una bomba.
Buzz balls, you know. But
Anyway.
I can't get into
Okay,
that. Oh my God.
Kali coffee, hit or miss.
Ugh.
This is specifically for Lexi.
Literally, like, okay, I know.
To attempt to redeem herself from last week.
I came on here and I shit on Pura Vida, and I still stand by that statement. But Cali Coffee, let me tell you, they put their whole pussy into this coffee. I went on Saturday and I went on Sunday. I went 2 days in a row. I got 3 different things because Chef tried something. Every single one was a 10 out of 10. Like, they're amazing. Like, I keep doing what you're doing.
Yay.
Awesome. Okay, hit or miss, space being closed for the summer. I'm going to say hit only because the content has been really, really good. It's been great to watch them like fake do construction over there.
I'm in the middle. I don't mind.
It's been a hit for my bank account because I haven't been going out, because if I don't go to space, I don't go anywhere. But a miss because, like, I'm bored. Like, I like want to see good music, and like all my favorite artists are always here. So it's like,
Soon, when does it open up again? Do we
I don't know, but I'm going.
August?
I'm going
No?
to ARC in Chicago. So
I don't know.
That's all I care about.
Okay. And then the last hit or miss, Instagram making an ugly font the default font on the stories. Did you guys see this? Because it's the worst, not the worst thing to happen to Instagram, but it's like top 5. I hate it.
I've
Miss,
seen the new
miss,
fonts.
miss.
I just don't know which the default one
Well,
is.
because it changed the default one to it's not cute, it's not aesthetic, it's nothing. So I ended up having to like scroll to find the one
Oh,
that
it's
you
just
like.
the one that's like a straight, like just
Yeah,
straight
it's horrible.
sans one or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh. See,
it's awful.
Yeah, I don't know.
I kind of like it when it's like the Times New Roman type.
Yeah.
Me too,
That's a
but
cute one.
now I have to like, and they even changed the way that it's all formatted.
Yeah,
so now I have to look for it.
The update was a little weird.
I hate it.
It's kind of a miss.
Instagram, get your shit together.
Thank you everyone for tuning into the No One Cares podcast. This podcast is sponsored by A to Z Social Marketing Agency. We are a boutique agency here in Miami. If you need anything social media, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at A to Z_social, where we post all tips and really fun marketing stuff and all of these podcast recaps. Thanks everyone.